Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars Variety Hour, where, hey now, you're the Brawl Star. I have 5 more submitted decks here. Tyvar, Errant and Giada, I don't remember the name of this guy, Emet Selch, and Vito, all here from various users that submitted them to me to play for you. So let's hop into the queue with a couple of fun decks. Ghired of the Wilds, that's his name. Ha! I got there. All right, decks, show me what you got. Tyvar, Jubilant, Brawler, submitted by Fungus Lore, done as mono green elves. You're gonna notice that there's no actually like black spells in this deck other than a sort of Deathrite Shaman. And Tyvar himself lets you tap your elves in order to storm off, pretty much making mana right away off the things that tap for more than 1 mana, and then you just keep drawing more elves. There's a whole bunch of elves that get you more elves. There's actually like a new Beast Whisperer, this like elf champion in the next set that will probably go into this person's deck. So yeah, let's go elf balling. Nashi, Illusion, Gadgeteer, and me with some card draw and some mana. I don't have black mana until I have this Paradise Druid, but I can get to that on the second turn, which is perfect. Turn 1 though, we got ramp, which is definitely what I want. Hello there, Elvish Mystic. Emerald Collector. Oh, that also works. I could untap, but I don't actually have a 1-drop to play after. What do I feel like throwing down here? I'm gonna throw down the Paradise Druid. This is something that if it hits me, they draw a card. And it can become a 4/4. Yep, I'm not gonna block because I wouldn't be able to trade with it. Boom, 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 pow. And Nashi's gonna flash and just get value. Hi, Kiora, who draws and discards. Pay attention to what's in the graveyard, because that's what they can make a copy of. Using Rat Boy over here. I made a Moxed Emerald, because I drew so many cards. Green. Actually, wait. Because I'm going to use that next turn. I'm going to go for the mill. Oh, Marwyn's in the graveyard. Birds of Paradise is just mana. Some proper manas. Would I rather go Elf Lording? Or Fauna Shaman Tutor for a thing? Fauna Shaman Tutor. I could drop the Disciple. And this is not just on my turn, right? Yeah. Yeah, usually when I see Tyvar, it's either all the elves or like some cool sacrifice stuff. Shame that the Marwyn's already in the graveyard. So they're using their mana. I'm gonna use my mana, drop the Disciple. I'm not huff mana. I'm thinking maybe Beast Whisperer or Elvish Archdruid. We have so many choices. Let's go Archdruid. Where are you? Ooh, or Circle of Dream Choice. No, Archdruid. It's one of those things where like one of these is not an elf. I want the Elf Lord! I want combination Elf Lord! And I can tap it and untap it. Yes, please. More! Untap! More! Okay, hit a land there. We be elf ballin'. That's me, the elf baller. I could double block you if you want to swing it again. Leave my commander alone. He's busy being a himbo. A himbo that punches Phyrexians. Alright, so they made a copy of one of those cards. Okay, it was Bloodstained Mire. They showed me immediately what it was. Thank you for that. Oh, I don't have an elf here. Okay, so I will kill Tyvar.
Share in my glory.
Okay, Fauna Shaman or Sky Shroud because it just guarantees me to keep going. I'm gonna go Fauna Shaman. Active negation. Okay, I guess I'll just play him again. You think my opponent's name's legit because they're a mutant ninja? Not a turtle, though. I don't have a creature card to discard.
Let's pound these metal monstrosities.
If I can still minus.
Your story's not finished yet.
89 was the year of the TMNT movie. Oh, it was? That's fun. I remember finding that movie kind of scary as a kid because of what the turtles look like. You have great news for this opponent. Yeah, that they're getting TMNT as the next set. Okay, well, we have like 3 days until Lorwyn. Ooh, perfect! You know what? I don't want End-Race Forerunners.
I believe in you, friend.
I want Hoof, which is better End-Race Forerunners. The classic way to win with elves. The Quato Hoof Behemoth. Got him. Korazoth sent in Errant and Giada. Errant and Giada out here with a 3-mana human angel that has flash and lets you play things with flying or flash off the top of your library. And you're going to notice that a lot of this deck is instant speed. In fact, if I type in flash, and I have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the lands, all these cards have flash or can give things flash. And then up here, most of these are instants. I see a bunch of counter spells. I see some removal. So let's take Errant and Giada and get flashy splashy. Kefka Court Mage. All right, enters the battlefield, makes us both discard and draws cards. Also does that on attack. I only have 2 mana here. I do have a 2-drop, but it's not gonna do anything.
Amy
Hey, New Guardian, thank you for the sub. Yeah, I'm showing off decks on stream. I got that Containment Priest I can just shove out here in response to, I don't know, things being cheated in. Yeah, we have fully solicited decks. Sometimes people try to send me decks, and I didn't ask for them. Don't do that. But these people who sent me decks for this, I was asking for these. I said, please, send me your decks. I'd like to see them. Like your Errants and Giadas. Okay, Castle Ardenvale. Thankfully, I do have the land for it. I think playing the Rhystic Study over Errant and Giada is going to be my pick here. I don't need to keep that alive. They could have, like, reanimation with the discard. I'd say, like, every couple weeks, somebody will, like, send me an email that's like, here's my deck. And I'm just like, great. No unsolicited deck picks, please. We do have a deck list channel in our Discord, though, for the people who watch the stream. Yeah, we got our study buddy now. Yeah, I'm so happy though that we get to do the user submitted decks every so often. Alright, we're going instant speed now. Got my sorcery speed heuristic study out. They're searching. How did people submit decks? It was a Google form that I had posted across social media and on our Discord, and on the YouTube page. And it's just like you just filled out the form. And then it got capped at 69 entries. Nice. We're just playing them in submitted order. Oh, Aired Archway. You're going to tap your land in response? No? Okay. I'm going to destroy their Aired Archway. Try to set them back a mana. It can give them untapped mana this turn. Okay. A Fabled Passage? I already know I'm gonna get blue out of this, I think, though. I think I'll just do it now. Maybe I won't wait for the Ardenvale. Nah, because I want to be able to do click plus. Ooh, deck pictures of, like, patios? I'd be more okay with that. I love some home construction. I say as somebody who lives in an apartment where I think I'd probably get in trouble for painting the walls. Alright, I'm gonna click kitty clack down the track and check out their hand. Oh, do you pay the 1? They're trying to turn my click into a bird. But I'd really like to see your hand now. Is it like all counter spells? Okay, no, it's all board wipes. Alright, so there's the reanimate. That's why they wanted to get rid of that. Sholdred, Prodigy, does double that trigger. I guess I'll hit the reanimate, because otherwise if I hit one of the creatures, they'll just bring it, like, back whenever I kill it. It puts it to the bottom. How many decks have I gamed so far? Like, from the list, I think I'm like 16 in. This can hit a spell on the stack. Awesome. Yeah, like, they could just cast Sholdred or cast Deluge. But unless they're doing things at instant speed, like, you can use your, you could use your Abrade here. I don't have something with Flash on top of my deck. Do you pay the 1? They do. My turn. Hi, Teferi son. I want to be holding Aang here to interrupt the Kefka. Once more, are you paying the 1? Yeah, I'll interrupt this. Ooh, or this is funnier. I can airbend away the click, let this resolve, and then bring it back out. Alright, we got the Deluge we could put back. Prodigy or Sholdred. I'll let the Deluge. Stop killing my little guys. Does airbending an X-cost spell make it worthless? Sort of. Meat Hook Massacre is still good to just have in play because of its passive ability. Alright, we got Wan Shi Tong. They have a fetch land in hand. I could Tidebind Kefka's ability. Nice. Very flashy. Yeah, it depends on the X-cost spell. Meat Hook Massacre, again, like, is actually pretty useful at X equals 0. Okay, do they pay the 1? Probably not. Oh, no, they do. They had enough mana. Ability gets doubled. But I'm still gonna hit this. Beep-doop. Hey, wait a minute. Ugh! It tapped my, other blue, so I can't Wan Shi Tong. That's fine. I'll make him get lost. Could have done that before to stop some triggers. I lose some life. Yay! What do we got? Blink! They're down to 6. I'm down to foretell that. Yeah, I'm down to foretell this. Mystical Tutor. You wanna search your library? For instant or sorcery? That's cool. I would like to draw a card. They got the deluge back. Nice. Yeah, I guess X equals 3. Then you get your trigger. You also get to gain a bunch of life because of Meat Hook. So, like, they lost life, but then they're gonna gain it all back. And then some. Rude boy. They were tooting ever so mystically. I'm gonna drop the Teferi. Hoping for a land for the Gear Hulk next turn. A land. Also, because this is a multi-typed card. Human! That's a human. What do you got? Uh-oh, kitten! Uh-oh, kitten! My Lorwyn draft first impression. Some really fun, interesting cards in it. Oof, counterspelled. Alright, well, that's gonna be gone. They're gonna be gaining a bunch of life here, too. How the table turns. I'm very distracted. There's a fire truck outside. Probably addressing the beeping that's been happening in my apartment. You guys can't hear it because it's like in the hallway. Take 9. Don't want to let me draw? Alright, I'm gonna try to get a counterspell on Errant and Giada. Because I feel like they're gonna kill her or counter her or something. Okay, there we go. That's to try to get them to get further away so I can kill these two. Though they will be able to replay Kefka. Ow. Destroy all creatures. Hopefully not another counterspell. Flame of Anor! They're trying to kill me with Shuldred. So I had to decline on this because it is a May ability. That puts me to 1. But look, now I have cards to discard. And oh wait, does Meat Hook kill me? Dude, Meat Hook totally kills me. That's so funny. GG Kefka. I could have played that game way better. Ghired, Mirror of the Wilds. You can copy tokens. This is usually a deck that has some infinites, but this person didn't send me a primer on like things to set up for. It doesn't look like it's running that many tutors, but it does have some. With Ghired, you were able to tap your creatures to make copies of creatures. I've definitely seen like some of the other cloners like Delina get crazy with this. But you do have to be, you know, getting around those legend rules. Jaxus you have to pay mana for. We've got some doublers in there too. Lots of cool token makers though. Yeah. We're gonna make cool tokens, we're gonna copy cool tokens. Let's see what the Grunch has in store for us. That's a good name. The Grink was there, but the Grunch was here. Chat, what did you have for Grunch? Adeline, Resplendent Cathar. I have a turn 3 Tireless Provisioner. Ideally, I want something on turn 1 or 2, especially because that's mono white aggro. I also have a feeling we're matching into Adeline, who is normally a very, very high-ranking commander because of the potential for the infinites in this deck. Ghired can be quite good. I will throw this back once I get the opportunity, but right now they are holding that hand. What do you need? You got 1 drops? You got 2 drops? You got 3 drop in the command zone just like me? Come on, Adeline! Gosh, and earlier today we had like a whole bunch of people who did not want to actually play and just kind of left. All right, so no crazy token makers. This makes tokens, this increases the number of treasures, but this is really sweet. Oh, there's a token maker too, nice. Start with this forest. I just need a basic for this to come in untapped. I could see going Bloom Tender into Ghired into Innkeeper. Charming Prince, they scry. Oh my gosh, how was scry? Keeping both on top. Maybe change the order. Bloom Tender, which is newly templated to say Vivid. They already rolled that update out in Arena. A Venerable Knight, protecting another knight. I will take a 4 damage hit. Seam Rip. Aw, dang it. Oh, there goes that plan. I guess I still play Ghired and just use him as a 3/3 blocker here, since playing a 3/2 blocker against the 2 power creatures is not that helpful. We sit, we chill, we hope. Ossification, already removing my commander. I do not have any removal for the Ossification in hand, so I'll put that back in the command zone. Eartha Joe. Give me a blocker and another blocker. Am I getting reprieved? I see you holding up priority. Alright, so Eartha Joe and her mercenary bro. Targets or creature or player, huh? Nice. If I copy, like, a creature token, Eartha Joe, I think, would copy that. That's rad. This is a knight, so we'll get the buff from this dying. Enters tapped. I'm gonna use up this treasure. Yeah, this is me just to, like, in survival mode, because this is an Adeline deck. Setting up for the life gain's good. Dodgy ain't got nothing to copy here. I don't know what this is in the deck to usually copy, though. It makes tokens, though, so I guess it works with Ghired. Block, block. Takes 6. Let Alan do a dirty business. Or don't. Flare of Fortitude. Okay, so they keep their stuff alive. Life total can't change. Okay, that's not bad. That'll get me more chump blockers for sure. I could also play Ghired, but I have nothing to copy on this turn. Have that enter tapped. That's gonna gain me some real good life. Yeah, getting another land with Ghired would be really sweet next turn, too. I don't have a treasure maker, like, unless I'm getting to 7 mana and hitting. Then we can have lots of them. 1 extra treasure, too. Yeah, I think Zorn can be bopped. They're thinking. They're deep in the think tank. How do I kill this person this turn? By giving Adeline flying, that's how. Opponent. Well, while we wait for our opponent to make up their mind, Fiona, congratulations on making your memes more than dreams, redeeming 69,420 apple cores and earning my respect. Well, is this assault rope? You have 2 cards in hand. Let me fight you! Please? Yeah, I've had a lot of opponents while playing, like, the submitted decks today that, like, roped out at the end, which is so sad. Well, at least they conceded instead of making me sit there. GG, Adeline.
Emet Selch of the Furred Seat was sent to me by Nocturnal Fishy. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost less. Oh, nice. So you're going to want to put spells in your graveyard. And, ooh, you can cast those instants and sorceries from your graveyard. If you get your opponent to lose life, well, you know, I can do that. You get like a kind of flashback. You get cheaper spells, but you need your opponent to get hurt. And then you can do that by using Tiny Bones Joins Up. You can do that with some black mages. You can do that with children. Lots of different ways. You can also just like hit them with the commander. That also works. It's Dimir Control that has this life loss graveyard cast stuff. But, I mean, just casting the things from the hand is pretty good for this archetype. Oh, is this also playing things from the graveyard? It is playing things from the graveyard. Neat. All right, let's take Emet Selch and start slinging from the trash. Torarch Dread Cantor. Gonna be looking to put cards into my graveyard. I have that extra mana on turn 1, so I think this is a keep. We also have a wash away to stop them from making me discard at random. I think that the Deluge probably isn't that useful against them. It's him, Torarch. The hymn to Torarch. Coffee saved me from my lack of sleep. Oh, good grief. Let's get some things in my graveyard. The most important things to me are probably small amounts of board presence and mana early. Alright, I dropped the wash away so I can't counter him. Try to get this ledger shredder out. Something that can grow, fill up my graveyard. And I will just pay life to make sure I have absolute max fixing here, since this is a colorless land, and they're going to be making me discard. You gonna kill it? Cut down? Oh, dismembered. Oh, different art of dismember than I'm used to. I usually see the secret lair ones. Or not secret lair, special guests. Alright, well, now they know I have a counter spell. If they cast a spell, I'll counter it. And if they don't, I'll probably just go for the card selection. Dark Ritual gets me right into Emmet. Kiora filters my hand really nicely. Restless Reef is just some good land. I go for Kiora. Rest to go in my graveyard. Perfect. Emmet has so many tasty little bits. So many. She gets to attack, then I'll get a big fish. A real big fish. I will drop Breach the Multiverse and the Island. I will bog them, because I can't cast from their graveyard, just mine. Nice. Now I have one land, one non-land in hand. And if they kick him, I'll be losing both of these. Human. Oh, look. See, would have been uncounterable anyway. For anyone who's like, you should have held the counter spell. Well, wouldn't have gone. He grows bigger. And I'm going to start with a nice and easy attack at your face. Yes, of course I want giant octopus. Whatever not. I can play Emet Selch here, since I can't play Jhin. I can also destroy the Cavern of Souls, but, like, I don't have a counter spell. 8-8 Octopus, save me. 8-8 Octopus, be my best friend. 8-8 Octopus, take me out to dinner. Does this have a name? I think it does. Scion of the Deep, okay. Big. Dark Ritual will let them kick Torark again and make me discard that Jingataxis. Oh, no, Darkness Crystal. Get a discount on all your black spells. And good thing I exiled that graveyard, because that's a Goyf. Swinging with both of these. I feel like that Goyf is probably going to block. Unfortunately, this will cause my creatures, if they die, to just go into exile. Which is tough. Alright, let's see. I only have 4 mana. I kind of think Dark Ritual so I can get the Jingataxis out. Even though it's like, it's not getting discounted. Oh, right, it casts it in combat. Well, then I'll use that to destroy the Cavern of Souls. And now I have a Bitter Triumph, and I can kill that, and yeah, then I'm not really discarding. I forgot. It's not in the main phase. You cast right when the damage is dealt. Alright, cool. Why is this a legendary octopus? I guess just to stop you from making lots of octopi with Kiora. Waste not. Not. Shoal. Dread. At least that's easy to kill. Kill it. Give me a land. Oh. Okay. I guess I could destroy the Waste Knot. This octopus is doing work. Heck yeah. I guess I'll just look for a land. Right? I want to look for land. This would come in tapped. White Flats. And I will get rid of the Waste Knot. What else we got? Well, now I have another land. I don't really need it. I'll take it anyway. We'll get rid of our Jingataxis, and then we'll smash them in the face with these two. Yeah, if I only discard one, he only gets 1 counter. That's nice. GG. Owlfie sent me Vito, Fanatic of Aclazotz. This was the commander precon Vito that wants you to sacrifice a whole bunch of things during a turn. It works on fetch lands, but you have to sacrifice 3 permanents in a turn, and then you get a vampire. Sweet, free vampires. So I'm gonna guess this has a whole bunch of sacrifice things. Yeah, it does. Things that sacrifice themselves, like those zombie tokens. Sacrificables, like rats and probably Bitter Blossom tokens. Is there no Bitter? Oh, there's the Bitter Blossom. I was like, I need Bitter Blossom for this. And of course, Yawgmoth and similar to do the sacrificing. I could even see putting in, like, there's that new 2-drop that could sacrifice creatures and creatures and artifacts. That could also go hang out well with this Vito. Yo, let's try this out. Let's see what we can sacrifice so we can make some big old vampires. Firelord Azula going to be doubling up her spells in combat. I feel like this is too many 3s considering I have 4-drop commander, so we're going to throw that back. That's nice. That's going to make and double tokens. That helps me do sacrifice. This is a sacrificing land. This is a land 2 sacrifice. I'm almost certainly going to play it on like turn 1. Yeah, I like this. This is a good hand. And they're going to be, well, swinging with Azula and killing me by swinging with Azula. But I accept this as truth. Only positive? Yawgmoth, protection from humans. It's just like a nice piece of text. Since I have blue, I'm going to do this right now. Boop. Theomancer. Okay. Go, my precious little meow meow. Meow. I'm gonna get life and then I'm gonna make kitties. Just like me. I'm super tired because for like 2 nights in a row I didn't get great sleep. Uh-oh. Oh, what's this for? Dark Ritual? Orchid? Oh. It's nerfed Orcus Bowmasters. I don't care. Yeah, if this were real Orcus Bowmasters, it would have killed this on enter. But if this were real Ocelot Pride, it also only would have cost 1 mana. So, who's the real winner? I'm gonna play the Theomancer here. Gives me something to sacrifice every single turn. Is my cat in real life doing better? She is eating now. She's not eating a lot, but she is now eating, which is something I needed her to do. Consume. All right. I might need to wipe the board because I don't have single target removal for Azula here. But I'm gonna start swinging with these. You will see why pretty quickly, I think. It's so I can use like Yawgmoth or Deluge and get through here. Alright, yeah, because I have 3 good sacrificeables. If I... Ooh, but the drawing the card will trigger that. Well, in that case... 1, 2, 3. Didn't need to pay the 3 life there, that's fine. This is what happens when you play other people's decks on no sleep. Scraps deserves lobster for her troubles. I would love to give her some. Thank you for eating food. I love you, lobster. Yeah, I realized like partway through the turn, if I do the card draw, then I will die. I could just get the Vito out. I could just get the Yogs out. I'm gonna get the Vito out. Yeah, I don't have sacrificeables now. I used them up. You think they could revert the Bowmaster change for Brawl? It would become an auto-include in black decks again. I would say that Orcish Bowmasters is not an auto-include in black decks right now. Also, hey, wait a minute. This is my Azula deck. And before anybody says, Amy, that's just an Azula deck, how can you tell? Tiny Bones. It casts during combat, but more importantly, it does crime. That is not a typical card that you will see in Azula decks. That is an Amy special, because I was about to say, like, the reason Orcish Bowmasters has a place with Azula, even the nerf version, is because it has Flash. That's kind of like how I designed around it. But I would say, yeah, that's like my watermark in there. Like, oh, yep, extra crime. Benny from New Vegas. Oh, yeah, they announced a new Fallout Secret Lair. Did they make Benny into Tiny Bones? Yep, Triumphant Getaway, too. Yep, it's the crime Azula. They made Benny into the OG Tiny Bones. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's a lot more fitting than this. I don't feel like he's attacking and, like, looting you. I feel like he's sitting there and reaping the benefits. It's kind of weird to me that they made more Fallout Secret Lairs, but I think it's cool that they have, the show ones. They have, New Vegas, a dog meat secret lair, one for the show, and I think one other. Is it four new secret lairs? All for Fallout stuff? Well, I think if you're building an arena version of Azula, this is just a great card to have. But this is much more of a niche pick. I have protection from humans, like humans. My land tax! Oh, I'm drawing lands anyway. That is so unhelpful. Horn Soul Trader, come out here. Shrink that lady. Yep. Does anybody know the status of the Monster Hunter Secret Lair? That's my Citadel, I think. Yeah, that's my Citadel from this deck. The secret lair is postponed indefinitely. They're working on it. Yeah, they gotta rework it because it was, because they did a bad job. How do you feel seeing one of my favorite decks played against me? Crime. I feel all right about it as long as they play it right and this person is playing it correctly. This person understands how to do crime. A lot of people also will sometimes play my decks and like not look at the alchemy cards and just take them out. I have gotten like, this deck is so cool, but it has so many alchemy cards. I don't want to see those. And I'm just like, all right, well, they make the deck better. All right, you should be doing crime, though. I don't know if it's exactly what I had made. Oh, goodness. They've been casting off the top. If you're wondering how they've been keep casting with no mana. All right. Block here, we kill the bouncer, then I can sacrifice Sephiroth to kill this. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Citadel counts. I have so many sneezoids. So many sneezoids. Don't worry about it, guys. Give it. That's all I got. Yeah, I'm totally dead to this. But I like dying to my own deck. This opposition agent gets the ability, not that opposition agent. Yep. One permanent, and the Bolus of Citadel has lethal. GG. Thank you for watching this episode of Brawl Stars Variety Hour, and thank you to everybody who submitted their decks. I'm going to try to get through as many as I can before Lorwyn comes out, and, you know, hopefully we'll get some more really cool ones. I liked a lot of the decks I saw here today, and if you would like to see the decks yourself, you can find every single submitted deck in the spreadsheet that's in the description of this video. Just search by the username you see here, and that's probably the easiest way to do it, or by the name of the commander. But multiple people may have submitted the same commander. I am playing them in mostly just like chronological order of who submitted them first to last, and if you don't see the ones in the video, it means I just couldn't get a good game recorded with them, either because the deck was matching into things that were just absolutely hosing it, like Oops All Counter Spells, or just like I couldn't get it to go. That happens too. Thank you all so much for watching, and brawls well that ends well.